After watching the most recent Nintendo Indie Showcase, this was the game that stuck out to me the most. Aerial Knights Never Yield is a timing-based auto-running game. Think very similar to Bit Trip Runner, but the reason why I absolutely had to play this game was because of this clip.
Hi, I'm Neil. I go by Aerial Knight Online, and I'm the creator and developer of Aerial Knights Never Yield, a narrative runner that captures the spirit of classic games in the genre, but with a few new features and a lot of style. I created this game in Detroit to make space for myself in the game industry, which previously refused to make space for me.
This game is so important because of this. As a young African-American gamer, I can't tell you how important it is to see a game developer that looks like me. Representation matters, not only because it's a great way to see people that look and act like you in popular media, but also because what they do can be authentic, and Never Yield is a great example of that. From the get-go, you hear a bass-heavy hip-hop theme at the start screen with a black protagonist with a black hairstyle. The game jumps you into the first stage immediately, and the game's art style is fantastic. Cel-shaded graffiti art with an influence of Japanese pop art and holographic text. You mix this with a tinge of classic comic book style textures and shading with a 90s themed Pete Rock and CL Smooth-esque hip-hop beat, and you got yourself a game for the culture. See, representation isn't just about seeing black faces in game media. It's about black voices being heard and having their creativity be on display. The genre of this game has certainly been done before, but this style hasn't. Authenticity and intent of one's creative media is what allows media to connect to people on a deeper level than just entertainment. As far as gameplay goes, it's a standard runner affair. Your character automatically runs to the right and you must press the inputs to conquer obstacles in a way. The game is controlled entirely by the D-pad, with the right to sprint, down to slide, left to do a short hop, and up to do a tall jump. On first playthrough on the demo, the game seems way too forgiving, as by default the game runs on the easiest difficulty. With every time obstacles come up, the game automatically slows down to give the player time to react. After completing a level, you unlock harder difficulties, which either lowers the amount and time of slowdowns or eliminates slowdowns entirely. The hardest difficulty, which eliminates the slowdowns entirely, is definitely the ideal way to play. The long-term focus on this game is definitely going to be on speedruns and getting the best time possible. Now, if I were to offer some criticisms, while the music is fantastic, I wish it was actually integrated into the gameplay itself like Bit Trip Runner. The slowdown mechanic is something that makes this not possible, and also due to the length of the levels. The game could also use a little bit more polish when it comes to presentation and the overall package. It is an indie game, so obviously it's working within its limits, but I like the art design so much that I wish there were some cutscenes with some dialogue or some type of way to flesh out this world and setting. This is, of course, just based on the demo and not the full release of the game, but I really do wish there was more exploration of the world and settings. I also want to talk a little bit about the title of the game. The full title is Aerial Knights Never Yield. I'm so glad that this developer, Neil Jones, put his title in the game itself. It may seem a little egotistical, but I see it as an importance of branding. You see Metal Gear Solid and you instantly think of Hideo Kojima. You see Smash Brothers and you instantly think of Sakurai. Video game directors themselves already don't get a lot of spotlight in the industry, so the fact that as a young black video game developer who's literally making a path for himself in the industry, it's so important that we see the face and name ahead of this product. Just look at the credits of the demo. It literally says creator, developer, lead, level designer, artist, and animator, Neil Jones, aka Aerial Knight, and I'm all for it. If you want more black creators in the industry, then you have to support them. You buy the product, you spread the word, you make the change. Aerial Knights Never Yield releases on May 19, 2021 on Nintendo Switch and Steam. I will be there to support him, and I hope you will too. My name is Brian, and this has been Sound Test.